Today I'm going to teach you a different kind of Bitcoin leverage trading. And we're going to do multiple currencies. We're going to leverage trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. But this is a different style from our normal high leverage trading. And normally we trade on cross leverage. Okay, I always, when I start, take a picture of my back-end wallet. I leave this screenshot tool in the description box below, under the Discord and the link for this exchange Bitunix. But let's go to futures. I trade here USDTM futures. I usually send in USDT and I withdraw USDT just because it's faster and easier. So normally we come up here and we go to the isolated or cross. Normally we trade on cross. It uses your entire wallet to protect you, but you do give up some control for this. So isolated is different. Cross can protect you, but you could be down hundreds of percent and still come back and win. With isolated, you get a fixed liquidation point. The higher your leverage, the closer you are to being liquidated. So on isolated, you cannot do our standard 86x leverage. You have to go lower, and you need to find the right combination that will give you the ability to withstand any dump yet still give you speed. So I'm clicking isolated, and I am going to go now because we're over 107. I'd like to long under 107. Tomorrow is Sunday. Usually we fly. I believe Michael Saylor will be buying. So here's the tricks. I'm going to get ETH. Under 4,000 is a good deal. Okay. Now let me check the high and the low of the day. So what do we do here? I reduce my leverage. I rarely do this. This is for a shake and bake trade, not our fast high leverage trades that we normally do. And why Bitunix? It's simply the best. So we go to isolated. We're going to do 30x. We're going to do Ethereum. Now on Ethereum, I am going to put about half my wallet. So watch this trick. So we're going to take the $9,000 and divide it in half. We're going to put $4,500. $4,500. Long market. Boom. Now, Bitcoin. I'd like to be under the whole number of 107. So let me show you what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to put a limit order. No, I'm going to wait. I don't use limit orders. When 107 breaks, I will put a long below 107. Okay, so now we have here isolated means all I could lose is the money I put in the trade. Okay, we put 4,500 in this Ethereum. In this, wait, hold on. We put $4,500, I believe, into this isolated Ethereum trade. It has to drop to 3,771. It's a $100 drop. It's pretty close at 30x. Okay, now for Bitcoin, these are isolated trades, not cross. These are meant to leave them in. Each one is a kamikaze. It has a determined liquidation price. You can't do $3,000 gap and all that stuff. This is something different. So now, I'm going to do the Bitcoin shortly. I'm going to put 4,500 in. I have $4,900 balance left. So, 4,973 is my balance. Hold on. 4,973. Now, let's subtract the 4,500 I'm going to put into Bitcoin. This leaves $473. I'm going to show you now how to do a boost. You want to see how to do the boost? All right. We are going to take this money. Normally, I mean, we should do half for Bitcoin and half here, right? But let's just do it all to protect the Ethereum. Your trade is set. Your liquidation is set at 71. What? 3771. How can we push that further, that liquidation further away? The pencil. Let me show you. Let me try to screenshot this. Oh, perfect. Check this out so I can zoom. Now, when you're on isolated, there is no way to change your liquidation. There's no forgiving. That's it. You chose 30x, that's the difference it gives you. This is on Ethereum. It's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you need a bigger gap. This pencil right here, that magical pencil, gives you power. You ready? Watch. Let's engage the pencil. So I told you we had $473 left over after we're going to put our money into Bitcoin. I'm going to take that $473 and jack up this Ethereum position. I'm not going to change the leverage. I'm going to go here. Oh, I made a mistake. Let me show you. This pencil next to the leverage is the leverage pencil. When we go to margin here, this pencil next to margin, this is the magic pencil that can save you in a trade as long as you didn't go all in. So let me show you that pencil. All right. The current liquidation, okay, the margin position is 43 whatever. That's what I have in the trade. Okay, $4,300 at 30x. Now, if we go back to $4,000 tomorrow in a Bitcoin pump, this is going to be a killer trade. But I could leave it in and not worry about it. My liquidation is 3771. Watch this. This 473. I could put it here. Now my liquidation has been pushed back. That's a 274. If I put this into this trade, my liquidation is moved down about $20. So it goes from $37.71 down to $37.56. And you can do this to save your trade if you're in trouble. You can add to that trade. So now let's check Bitcoin. Week. I'm not going to do it till over or under the whole number of 107. I'm going to wait for Bitcoin to dump and deploy the rest of my cash into Bitcoin. Now for each one, you're going to set isolation separate. You're going to set leverage separate. Okay? You can go lower if you want. This is like an overnight or a long term or whatever. This is a different alternative to using the $3,000 gap and cross leverage. This is an isolated leverage technique. Very powerful. So now you've learned how to use the pencil, not to adjust the margin, but to add to the margin on your trade and push away liquidation. Now, because we know coordinates and things of that nature, okay, we know that 107 is going to break. I am in no hurry to put in my Bitcoin trade. This is a slower, easier, more methodical trade. Now, below any one of my videos, you can click show more or the top comment. Look, join my Discord, Legends, BitTuneX, open a free account, learn to trade from me directly. Life-changing. Doesn't even cost as much as you think. Click show more and see everything. Get on my Bitcoin Insiders list. It's free. No spam. Let me show you again how powerful the pencil is. I have a balance of $4,500, right? Let's go to the proper control here. Here's your leverage. You don't need to change that. Here. My liquidation is 3756. If I put the rest of my wallet in there, I stay at 30x, but my liquidation price drops by over $150, down to $36.20. So now you know how to use the Bitunix pencil. You can use it on any isolated trade. This comes into effect, okay, when you are not using our traditional cross. It's another way to crush trades on Bitunix because all we do is win. If you join my Discord, for the first, you'll land in the non-trading room here. Then there's the daily trade updates here where I show you in real time everything. The Legends room is only for people who had my consultation. Legends assets, same thing. You can learn about the consultation and all of that in the links below the video. Exchange walkthroughs, OTEC strategies, and Shadow AI fans is upon request only. It's free, but this is only for certain people. Shadow AI is sentient. But let's move on. The most important are what people are doing. Real people. And we look at them absolutely crushing it. On altcoins. Amazing.
Kafaskane said 132% short Cajun.
Look how many he did. 35%, 77%, 123%, 24%, 132%, 20%, 127%, 105% TPW. Woof. The anomaly 30%. TPW again 103, 71%. 27%, 53%, 146%. You think you can make a living doing this? Look at Nilferin. 112%, 78%. TPW again, 250%. People have found their way, and these are altcoins. We rip everything.
Time said 141 ETH, 116, equals percent longs, 350. 92 lab equals percent shorts.
Wow.
Thanks.
Now look at this. I told you I wasn't going to rush into going long on Bitcoin over here because it's about to break the numbers. See, one of the things I teach you in my Discord and in my consultation are coordinates, knowing the numbers that break before the whole number breaks. Imagine if you knew when Bitcoin was going to go up or down. That's what we do with high leverage. Normally 86x with, here comes the breaker of 107. This will bring everything down, but everything is protected. And again, I showed you how to use the pencil. Isolated means you want to take an isolated shot instead of risking your entire wallet on cross. I like cross better, but there are times to go isolated. Look, there goes. Boom, 107 will give in to defeat. And when that happens, I'll wait for it to dump. And hopefully, we will catch a Michael Saylor. There it is. Boom. Michael Saylor Sunday Pump. The links are below. You can join the Legends if you like, or be left behind. So here's what I did. I just put about $2,000 in here on 30x under the whole number. And I have a gap of $3,000 on isolated. Isolated. I can use the pencil here to increase my liquidation price. Right now, if I was to add, right now my liquidation is 104 on isolated. If I use the pencil technique and add this, oh my God, did I do it? No, I didn't. Good. Woof. All right. If I use the pencil technique, my liquidation price drops down to 100,626. And this also, while keeping my leverage high at 30x, this also makes my trade heavier. So my win becomes bigger. Okay, you're not paying this as some sort of silly insurance or fee. You're making your trade more powerful and pushing away leverage. These are advanced techniques only by the Oracle. We have 3 low leverage isolated trades going. Solana at 25x, a small amount, like $500. I set that one first because everything floats with rising tides. Ethereum under $4,000, okay, with a nice liquidation point far away, and Bitcoin just under 107 with the entry. The liquidation is $3,000 away, and even though I have good amounts of money in the Bitcoin trade, okay, a few $1,000s times 30x, if you get a couple of $1,000 move, that makes your day. Trust me. Anyway, will Michael Saylor buy on Sunday? We don't know. But he must keep the price over the psychological 107,000, so the odds are very likely that he will. He's the only one supporting the price. And well, if he doesn't buy now and we slip down below, there's a psychological barrier that breaks. Now at this point, I can keep the rest of this. I can add it to any one of these trades, or I can use the pencil technique if any one of them are in trouble. Total control, total simplicity, explained by the Oracle. So you can see here everything's working out well, and we are controlling greed, controlling the emotion of greed by giving ourselves power. Don't make your trade sizes too small because you'll never make any money. And this is because I plan to leave this overnight, shake and bake. I'm not even going to look at it. I can even take this money and disperse it amongst all fairly. Okay, let's say I want to go to the Ethereum. This is the leverage one. Don't use this. Use this pencil. The pencil trick. Bitcoin trading secrets. The Bitunix isolated pencil margin explained. Nobody has ever taught you this before. This is a new weapon in your trading arsenal. My Ethereum liquidation is $37.56. Let's add $500 to that. Now it's $37.24. What if I added $750 to that? My trade becomes bigger and my liquidation gets pushed away. So for now, I'm going to just add minimal all the way around. And we're going to take this one, the Bitcoin, and we're going to add, no, nothing. I like my $3,000 gap. Down, this is up 2%. This is almost profitable. And Solana generally sucks anyway. But there's only $500 in there. Now the thing with isolated is you could only lose what's in the trade. I can't have one bad trade take my whole wallet out like Cross. Do I only use isolated? I almost never use isolated. I like Cross. I like to go heavy. I'm violent. It's what we do. We are legendary. So tell me in the comments, did YouTube notify you of this video, or did you have to see it in my Discord or on my X? Nobody wants you to get rich. Nobody wants you to learn anything. They want to tell you TA and Bollinger Bands and nonsense. I offer you links. I offer you the tickets and the people that you can come meet. This is the greatest adventure of all time. Whether Bitcoin goes up or down, you can change your life. Look at this in the testimonial room. Amazing. One of my legends in gold.
Sherwin909 said plus 179.69% long on BTC. Plus 286.47% long on COAI. Plus 134.06% short on COAI. Thanks.
Where are they finding these altcoins? On Bitunix, Fartcoin, Blesscoin. The list is amazing. These guys are getting rich on altcoins. I am a Bitcoin, Ethereum maximalist. Those are the two that I love to trade. But look at this. Hype, Mint, BAT. I mean, this is the exchange where they're getting rich. Cake, everything is here. Simple to trade. And you can break it up. Okay, between meme coins, DeFi, layer 1, layer 2, Ethereum ecosystem, NFTs, GameFi, everything that you had no idea. The metaverse, the Solana ecosystem, everything is here. More tokens than you ever knew existed. This is why we trade on Bitunix. This is legendary. Let's see. The list here is just insane. As I go through this, now I see why they're all trading these altcoins. That's really, really insane. So come in, meet the people. Johnny Boy is still here. Amazing Johnny Boy. After 6 years.
Johnny Boy said 122% BTC long. Thanks.
Where you find Johnny Boy? I'll show you. If you go into my video and you click Learn to Trade from the Oracle, this is the full package, 0.025. You get lifetime access to my ongoing help room, and that costs like $2,800 once. But the key is the session with me that opens up the gates, where I teach you how to trade. You can read all this. Additional pop-up Zooms. Once you're in for life. So, where's Johnny Boy? If we come all the way down here, look at this. Swarm longs. Johnny Boy. Hold on. All right, so I clicked on it. Testimonial 9/12/21. Look at Johnny Boy. 60x swarms. 47%. 130%. 121%. People, where were you in 2001? Johnny Boy was with me and is still with me to this day. And so is everyone else. Come and join the legends. It's free to get in.
Johnny Boy said 42% BTC short from over whole number.
Yep.
Thanks.
It's free to get in, but to join me is legendary. Links are below. Come and meet the people that you've seen in this video. And again, this is another technique from my arsenal of how to beat Bitunics. And I just used the rest of my balance to fortify Ethereum. Okay? So now my Ethereum liquidation price is under $3,700. There's some great techniques here. We'll see you in the Discord. Have a great evening.